Alright, so I already started playing this once, so I'm a little bit further in than at the beginning. But I also tried recording it at that point, and it didn't record anything but a black screen. So I'm trying it again, and hopefully it'll work this time. I do not know, though, but I am a big fan of H.P. Lovecraft. So this game so far is pretty cool. Now I have to go to the port. Which I do believe is this way. And go to the hotel and drop off my stuff. Okay. Is this another vision? Or is it something else? I'm gonna go with vision. Apparently I made it to the hotel and went to sleep. Okay. Costume unlocked. Worried about the costumes. Dear Mr. Reed, I understand you are a private eye that caught the murderer in the port. My life is in danger and I cannot trust anyone in this city. Please come to my room, which is just opposite yours. I am in despair. My studies have drawn the attention of vile forces. They stalk me and will take me soon. I have cast my lot and I am beyond saving. But the 7 books must be saved at any cost. Even if I'm gone, find my notes there. This knowledge must not be lost, as it could be our kind's last hope. Excuse me. Last hope for enlightenment. Please be the bearer of this light, for I have failed. All that we see or seem is just a dream within a dream. Charles Reed.
Never again, they say.
Why am I getting my own stuff? Wow. Antipsychotics. Wasn't expecting to need that. I'm gonna go with that. Anything on this night? Ooh. I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. I only remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache. The worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The official said none of what I thought I'd seen was real. But my memories are true. My strange powers, gained after that ordeal, prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me. Sounds like he found...
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
Sounds like he found Cthulhu City, or he found...
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
The number of attacks on the Innsmouth immigrants has increased. Raids are intensifying, with more and more Innsmouthers exposed to abuse and assault. Sometimes, whole families are found dead in their houses. Police are on the case, with several illegal Innsmouther businesses captured and their owners sent to jail. This city ought to have been cleaned of these fish-faced scum long ago, said Robert Throgmorton, head of the Throgmorton Grand family. I regret only one thing. It all started too late. Had we not neglected our civic duties, my son Albert would still be here with us. And there's a letter on the door. Mr. Reed, seems that you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time. Johannes. That's nice.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Barge into this room and read letters. The local legends may be more than mere superstition. A dozen witches were hanged on a huge apple tree that still grows near the cider mill. Among these documents is a confession. One of the witches said the devil himself granted them a book with words of power. This book hides itself from mortal eyes, waiting for the witches to be reborn and return to claim it. The witch who wrote this confession lived in Eastern Reed Heights, somewhere north of the intersection of Communion Road and Museum Avenue. Could the book still be hidden there? Sure, why not? Let's go look at this. I had a dream so real it still makes my hand shake. A huge Ferris wheel rose amidst the city. People got on and rode it higher and higher before jumping off at its peak. As the pile of corpses grew bigger, the crowd pushed me to the wheel. And then I saw a man with a leather bag. He was standing in the center of the wheel and reading from a book. His awful dirge was making the wheel rotate and dragging the crowd to their slaughter. Could this vision be real? I know there's a Ferris wheel at the park in Western Old Grove near Century Avenue and Beacon Street, but where could the book be? So, I guess I can go to these places and find them. Building the church was his redemption. Day after day he worked without payment, carrying stones and putting them in the moist soil of Salvation Harbor. At night, when he returned to his house behind the church, he could not sleep. The book his ancestors brought across the ocean called. When the church was built, the priest found him hanged on the bell ropes. But the book is still waiting for someone to come and read it. His house is in central Salvation Harbor on the Old Church Road, between Seven Oaks Street and Windheim Street. Still has a bad fame, and no one wants to live there even after the flood. Interesting. Yay, I got more bullets. And shell case. It took a lot of effort to track down this book after being stolen from the Throgmorton Museum. It was bought by a local surgeon who was found dead in his house after the flood. I snuck in and checked out his place, but in vain. Still, there's somewhere else the tome may be. The private hospital in Western Reed Heights where the surgeon worked has been abandoned. The archives say it is on Bourbon Road between Innsmouth Road and Oak Street. I am never going to remember all this stuff. Local women were talking about the ruined house in Central Coverside near the radio tower, on the crossing of Landing Avenue and Kingsport Street. They said the ghosts of the house owner and his family still read the unholy book they kept. Several newcomers who tried to settle in those ruins have gone mad. That's not uncommon for H.P. Lovecraft. Talking with locals is never easy, but this old chap was one of the queerest yet. He was happy to talk about the book, but only laughed when I proposed to buy it. I left it in the most guarded place of the city and paid enough to keep it there until the world ends. And if it is abandoned after the flood, even better. Ignorance is the best guardian. I'm guessing he meant the abandoned bake building in Northern Advent on Forefathers Street between Helog Street and Windhalf Avenue. Alas, it would be too dangerous to go there by myself. Okay. And there's The fishermen talk of a place near the Blackwood Manor, in the southern part of Whisper Street, where meetings occur in the dead of night. The locals don't like this part of eastern Grimhaven Bay, because they seem to fear those who gather near the half-built ships. They say a certain book is read at these meetings, a cursed tome that makes people so crave the sea's touch that they go and drown in the ocean. The one reading the book stands on a cursed boat that sinks in the fog. Those who saw it touch the shore have either gone mad or disappeared. I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They're just men, the Yellow King's gang. They can't get here now. Now there's only me and these nightmares. A little longer, and I'll figure them out. Yeah, Mr. Vanderberg there seems like he might be one. Like he might be a whatchamacallit, form of the Yellow King or Nyarlathotep. Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things in your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave. You've been dragging things in his room. Let's go check it out. I can't open that door. How do I get out of this place?
Finally, you're awake.
Another Innsmouth.
Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
Okay. There's a note on the table. Let's go read that. This chair keeps going down. I'm sure Mama's on this. Darren, I think I'm finally starting to figure this out. Locals use signs to mark special places that you know already. Kind of like the secret signs hobos use all over the country. What I learned is that the tradition dates back to times well before the flood. I've been able to find out the meaning of some of them. You've seen the crooked H-shaped sign on doors around town. That means that the house is inhabited. The cross-hatched grid sign marks hidden caches of useful items. The V-shaped sign is used for barricaded dangerous places. Good catch there, they say. Still haven't figured out the spiral-shaped sign, though. You have to investigate that for yourself. And if you see a sign with a cross and 3 Ks, reach for the gun. Okay. New fast travel point, Devil's Reef. Oh, a map. That's cool. Alright. Casebook. Lost at Sea. Asher and Hubert. Alright, Asher and Hubert. Let's see if we can find Asher and Hubert. It's a very confusing map. cover side. Northern cover side. Okay. Asher is right here. And there's Hubert. So why is that inverted? Let's go to lore. Yeah. City. Yeah. Casebook. Yeah, I already know all that. Mystic Tomes. Letters from Oakmont. Wow, I have to go back and read all that later.
For your sins and repent. K Almighty will punish the wretched.
I think I'm gonna need to do other stuff before I go looking for those books.
You look
think that's
tense,
gonna-
honey. You need to let me.
I think that's gonna be more of a dangerous thing than what I want to deal with. Alright. So the expedition headquarters should be around here somewhere.
Damn newcomers!
Hello, officer.
Well, look who finally decided to show up. If it ain't Charles Reed, the genius that cracked the case of Albert Throgmorton. Captain Caleb Lyons at your service. What can we simpletons do to assist you, Mr. Holmes?
You and I have a problem, officer.
No. Aside from making everyone in the Oakmont Police Department look like idiots, let me be frank, newcomer. You ain't welcome. You slip up, don't cross a T or dot an I, and I'll treat you like every other criminal here.
Okay. Well, can I use the police archive in the meantime?
You can. but only because of Mr. Throgmorton's patronage. And heed me well, you're on mighty thin ice, and I'll be under it when it breaks.
Okay, that sounds kind of stupid. I don't think I need to do any of this. Right now, at least. Let's find his clothing. Top coats, real estate company. Is there a sign for the expedition headquarters? Walk up in this bitch. Of some sort. Or something. Well, that's never good. I don't know what to do. Stuff. What the hell is this place? Desks, files. More stairs going up. One of those things. Oh, there's two of them. Inventory. Antipsychotics. I don't need antipsychotics. How do I use these, though? How do I equip this stuff? That's the question. There we go. Oh. Grows up there. What was that? Oh, well, now it's one. I feel like that's one that I'm gonna need. Alright. Crossroads of Asher and Hubert. So I guess a little bit further down. But how do I equip this? Aim, fire weapon, map. Okay. So tab. Oh. Okay. Now. There we go. That sounds like there's more of them. I'm gonna go outside. This is Hubert, and that's Asher. I found the expedition headquarters.
Guess I don't need the key.
Guess not. Someone broke into this bitch.
Someone smashed it beyond repair.
What is it, though?
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition? Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition?
Crow. Wrong button. That's kind of crazy. The Oakmont University Department of Anthropology welcomes the newest addition to its ranks, Professor Harriet Doe. Her brilliant discoveries about the origin of Inuit tribes have added a new page to the history book of humanity. Professor Doe will embark on a new expedition to hopefully shed light on the source of the flood, and in doing so shed light on what may yet be to come. It's not easy to say. Alrighty, I think it is time for me to save it. And go ahead and quit this for now.